as white as snow. Right, so the Bible said Jesus Christ. You got a question?
No, I'm just gonna listen.
Okay. What's your father's nationality? What's your father's ethnicity? Is he a so-called black man? Is he a so-called white man? Is he Hispanic?
My father is Caribbean, so...
Like Jamaican?
No, but he's a person of color.
Okay. All right, so Caribbean people, those are Israelites, right? You see your father on his sign? You can come up and look at his sign. You don't got to pick it up. Go to Numbers 1 and 18. You see your father's ethnicity on his sign, you don't see it? Well, Caribbeans, I believe that's like a type of, is that a type of Jamaican?
I think it might be.
Yeah, so I believe you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, right? Let's go to Genesis. Read that and then go to Genesis. All right, so when we out here to teach, sister, that you would be an Israelite according to the Bible. God's chosen people, right? Read. And this is how you determine your lineage and your nationality. This is why we ask you, what's your father's ethnicity? Read that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By who?
By the house of their fathers.
All right, so you determine your nationality based off your father's ethnicity, right? Since your father is a so-called Jamaican or Caribbean man, you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, right? Now, how do we know that we the Israelites? It's because of the curses and the prophecies that's written in the Bible, right? First thing first, who is that man right there?
Is that Jesus?
That's who the world portrays to be Jesus, right? But you know how he looked according to the Bible?
My father said that he had brown skin, not white skin.
That's right, sister. But we're going to show you. We're going to show you through the Bible. We're going to prove it to you. Revelations 1 and 13.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Right, so the Son of Man, that's another title for Jesus Christ, right? Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right, so Christ had a garment scraping the ground, right? That's what they used to wear in the ancient days. Read.
And girt about his paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, so it said Christ, his head and his hairs was white in color and woolly in texture, right? So you would have woolly hair, sister. Right, so that's one strike on that man right there. All right, so that's not Jesus Christ according to the Bible. That's why you see we got devil horns on him. Because the word devil just means to deceive, right, and to tell lies. So this would be a lie. So that would be considered the devil, right? Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Right, his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Brass?
Yeah, it's like brass, like B-R-A-S-S. Yeah, like a penny. What color is that?
Oh, like copper, kind of?
Exactly, sister. Right, it's brown. All right, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Read it again.
As if they burned in a furnace.
So you take that brass and you burn it in a furnace, how dark is it going to turn? It's going to get real dark, right? So Christ was described with woolly hair and his feet was like if it burned in a furnace. So this isn't Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ would be a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, so-called African American. Okay, so what would be your father's nationality, sister? Is he a so-called black man?
Wait, what? He's black.
What's your father's nationality?
No, about your father's nationality. Oh yeah, he's black.
Okay, so you would be an Israelite as well. Now, we're going to show y'all that through biblical prophecy that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans will be the Israelites today, right? Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so y'all know about Moses? Right, so Moses just got done delivering the Israelites from Pharaoh and Egyptians, right? They're in the wilderness right now. He's saying it's going to come to pass, meaning it will happen. Right, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so the Israelites didn't listen to God, right, through the mediator at that time, which is Moses, that curses will come upon them and overtake them. Right, so a curse is a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants a curse to be on them and their seed, right? Read verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city.
Right, so that's the first curse mentioned. Cursed shall thou be in the city, right? Who's cursed in every major city you go to? In the ghettos, in the slums, and Section 8, on food stamps. Well, white people predominantly make up the percentage of food stamps, but, you know, our people is on food stamps. You know, that's how they live. You know, on Section 8, read on.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Cursed shall thou be in the field. Who was cursed in the cotton fields? Black people, right? And Hispanics, they was cursed in the sugarcane field. Right, so this curse don't fit everybody. This don't fit the Japanese man. He was never cursed in the field. This doesn't fit the East Indian man. He was never cursed in the field. But we can say this fits us because this happened to our ancestors, right? Go to verse 68. How do we get over here to America?
The slave trade?
What mode of transportation? You right. A boat, right? So would y'all believe that that's one of the curses listed? This was written over 2,000 years ago, right? But it came to pass in 1619. Right? Read that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, y'all know what the Israelites were doing in ancient Egypt? Remember I told y'all Moses saved them from the Egyptians. Pharaoh and the Egyptians were Hamitic people. Go to Exodus 20 and 2. We're going to show y'all that the Israelites was actually slaves in ancient Egypt. All right, read that.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Read that part again.
Out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with what?
Bondage?
Bondage, exactly, sister. We're going to go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Start from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Meaning what again? Bondage again. Read.
With ships.
Read it again.
With ships. By the way,
like y'all said, the transatlantic slave trade. That's why it's called transatlantic, because they were going from one continent to the other, right? So we came over here on the western hemisphere of Africa. We came on ships, right? So this curse fits us. I don't fit everybody. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we want to see our homeland again. What's our true homeland? You can't say Africa because that's a continent. So what country on the continent of Africa are we from? Y'all know?
Over 50% of the country.
Right. We're going to show y'all, sisters. It's okay not to know. That's why we out here to teach, right? Give y'all the sense. Tobit 1 and 4.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 4. And when I was in mine own country, in the land of Israel.
What is our original homeland?
In the land of Israel.
All right, so that's our true homeland, the land of Israel.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure.
All right, it's okay. Hey, you should have said it, sister. You would have been right. All right, now we're going to read Deuteronomy 28:68 again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Read that part again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
All right, so the Bible said, we ain't making this up. It said when you got off of that slave ship, you was gonna be sold to your enemies. Now who was we sold to when you got off the slave ship?
The British?
Right? So-called white people, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right, and that word buy just means to redeem. So nobody's going to redeem us out of the situation that we was in. right? That we're currently still into this day, right? We at the bottom of society, right? The only person that's going to save us is who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, right? Go to Matthew 2:6. And his true name would be Yahweh, because the letter J was only invented in 1524, right? Now, you know how Jesus Christ looked. You know how the Father looks. You got the Son. Jesus Christ is the Son of God. How does the Father look?
I don't know.
We was told in church that he's white, right? Or it doesn't matter. You know, that's what they told us. But the Bible actually tells you how God looks. We're going to show y'all. Daniel 7:9.
John, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
The Ancient of Days, that's another title for the Most High God. He's before time ever existed. Right, read.
Whose garments was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
It said the hair of his head like the pure wool. Who has woolly hair today like a sheep? Black. It's just like your hair, sister. Right? Just like both of y'all hair. So God has hair like pure wool, like a sheep. Like black people, like you said. Not everybody has woolly hair. You know, you don't have woolly hair at all. That's stringy hair. That's like dog hair. Right? Read on.
And his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Right, so now you know how your God looks. You know his name?
Wasn't it originally like Joshua or something like that?
Well, that was more of a modern term on how you say Jesus Christ's name in the Hebrew. But before that, you had the Paleo Hebrew, which is the Lasawan Kodash. It would be Yahweh Shai, right? So that's the name of the Son. But the Father, his name would be Yahweh, which in English is translated to Jehovah, because the J sound replaced the Y sound in the Hebrew, right? Psalms 83 and verse 18.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 18. That men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh,
Is what?
is Yahweh.
Right, so that's the Most High God's true name is Yahweh. Right, it wouldn't be Jehovah. That's just an English translation. Like I said, the letter J was only invented in 1524. So if you said Jesus back then or Jehovah, nobody would know what you're talking about, right? So go to Deuteronomy 7:6. What we out here to teach our sisters is that y'all are God's chosen people, and the Bible is actually about your ancestors, right? And what we got to do is come back to the commandments and having faith in who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. True name Yahweh Shai, right? Deuteronomy 7:6, because everybody not equal, contrary to popular belief. Right? Y'all believe that? Everybody's equal?
In what way?
Well, according to God.
You mean like everyone's equal, that everyone has the same value?
Like God loves everybody the same or something of that nature.
Yeah, I believe everyone.
Okay. All right, we're going to show y'all, sisters, that everybody's not equal according to God. This is what God said. All right, read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right, so holy in the Hebrew means set apart. All right, so he's separated the nation of Israel from all other nations, because you got 17 other nations in the Bible. So we are a separate nation. Read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people,
Equal to.
above all people,
Everybody's the same.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, so y'all sisters heard that, right? So the Bible said that the Israelites are above everybody else on the face of the earth. Now, we're not telling y'all to just go, walk around acting all proud saying I'm better than you, right? But, God, that's how God feels about the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, right? So knowing that you're God's chosen people, it's all required of you, right? And what y'all think that is? To fear God, right? And what else? How you fear God? Go to Ecclesiastes 12:13. Depart from evil, right? All right, so we're going to show y'all this is how you fear God. Ecclesiastes 12:13.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Right, so that's how you fear God, is keeping his commandments. Right? A lot of people don't fear God, right? You know, they may go to church on Sunday, but, you know, even though the Christian church is wicked, they go to church on Sunday, but on Halloween they dress up like a demon, right? Dressing up like Satan himself, right? So you can't be lukewarm. You know, you can't be taking holidays and trying to serve God at the same time, right? So to show you fear God is keeping the commandments of God. Y'all sisters know any commandments?
Thou shalt not steal.
That's one, but that's in the 10 commandments. Y'all know any outside of the 10? Let's go to 1 Timothy 2 and 11. There's one for the sisters right here. Exclusively. It's spiritual that you came over here and stopped. And then this sister, she came and got a word too. Right? Read that. 1 Timothy 2 and 9.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Right, so y'all know what modest apparel is? It's like covering up things, right? And with a dress on, you know, you don't have to wear a dress, but, you know, you want to dress modestly, you know.
Don't just have everything out.
Exactly, sister. Because a lot of our sisters, that's what they do. They just be showing everything. All right, so the Bible's saying, as an Israelite woman, you can't do that. You got to be set apart. All right, remember the Lord said we are holy people, which means set apart. We got to be different from everybody else. Right? So that's one commandment. So let's go to the law. Let's go to Leviticus 19, verse 26. Yeah, I believe it's 26.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 26. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood.
All right, so y'all eat anything with blood, like something not well cooked. All right, God said you can't do that. All right, let's say you get some steak. You gotta ask them to make it well. What is it? Well done.
Yeah, they have medium well. You also have well done.
Right. So hey, if you see the blood dripping from whatever you about to eat, you can't eat that. Which, you know, we not the type of people to even do that. All right, we're gonna look at it and be disgusted, but you know, that's a commandment. All right, read on.
Neither shall ye use enchantment nor observe time.
Right. Nor observe time. We go into that in the Hebrew, because the Bible, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew. Observe times, it means like diviner. You know, zodiac signs will be considered diviner. Right, so we can't be into zodiac signs. That's actually a sin. It's considered like a form of witchcraft. Right, and then, you know, it's idols. You got an idol for each month. Right, it's zodiacs is on like a lunar cycle. You got an idol for each month. Right, they got a Scorpio, they got a Sagittarius and all that. We can't be into all that, right? So that's y'all sisters, y'all, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Do y'all celebrate zodiacs or?
No.
Not celebrate, but what I'm trying to say.
Do I like believe that?
Yeah, believe in zodiacs. Thank you.
No, I don't believe it genuinely has anything to do with your life. I think it's
Exactly.
just something humans created.
Exactly. It actually started in the ancient Babylonian Empire, right, with the ancient Babylonians, right? So we can't be in the zodiacs. We can't eat anything with blood in it, right? It's another commandment. Right? This one might be tough because it's pork and everything. You know, I'm kind of spoiling it, but this is another commandment that we can't eat pig. All right, read that.
Done. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof.
All right, the swine is another name for pig, right? So the pig, read.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
So from this day forward, God said we can't eat pork, right? But y'all got to do diligent research because pork is in a lot of stuff. All right, we still to this day finding out that it's pork in certain stuff that we've been eating. right? So you really gotta do diligent research, right? So y'all sisters willing to put down pork for God?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I recently stopped eating it so much because I don't know why. I heard a story where like there was demons cast into pigs or something.
Exactly.
And ever since I heard that, I was like, ew, I don't want to eat this anymore.
Right. Hey, your sister, right? That's in the Bible, right? So go to 1 John 5 and 3. So you keeping the commandments is how you show God you love him, right? So by y'all saying to hell with pork, that's showing God you love him, right? Read that 1 John 5 and 3.
John. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Right? Because a lot of people say they love God, but then they doing wicked things. Right? So the true love of God is keeping his commandments, right? Now let's go back. There's more on that. There's more things you can't eat. So the sister says she start eating pork, right? But this is about to go into things that's in the waters that we can and cannot eat. Read. Okay, finish.
Verse 8. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right, so the Bible's saying we can eat things in the water that has fins and scales. So if it doesn't have fins and scales, that means we can't what?
Eat it.
We can't eat it, right? Like shrimp, crab, and lobster, they don't have fins and scales. Right? They actually clean the ocean. Right? We're not supposed to be eating that. If you ever smell trash and you smell a lobster or some crab, they smell exactly the same, right? Why? Because shrimp, crab, lobster, they feed on feces, right? So, read on.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
Our sisters heard that? What did it just say? We're going to read it again,
Say it one
sister.
more time.
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, of any living and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
All right, so God said if it doesn't have fins and scales, it got to be abomination to you. So you got to discuss it, right? You know, you see some shrimp, yeah, discarded, whatever. You see some shrimp, crab, lobster, somebody trying to feed y'all that, what y'all gonna tell them? Right? Y'all gonna tell them no? That's how y'all gonna say y'all just don't. I don't want that.
I will.
Go to Proverbs 8 and 13. This was we was reading
Even
before
though
y'all
I
sisters
actually
came
like
up.
eating shrimp.
I actually don't like shrimp or crab. It's just like,
I'll
All
stop
right, that's
eating it.
good. All right. Proverbs 8 and 13. You gotta hate evil, and breaking the commandments of God is evil. All right, read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
All right, so the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. So if somebody's trying to offer y'all some unlawful food, which is pig, shrimp, crab, and lobster, you gotta be disgusted with that, right? You know, you can't, allow them to peer pressure you into eat it. All right, you gotta say, I'm an Israelite. God told me not to eat that, so I can't eat it, right? So, what will be y'all nationality?
Nationality?
Right, according to the Bible.
Israelites?
Israelites, that's right, sister. What about you, sister?
Israelites too, I believe.
Israelite, right. On what tribe? Go to Romans 11:1. You said your father's from the Caribbean, so more than likely, you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin.
My dad's.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually gotta go.
All right, so y'all be Israelites according to the Bible. What can't y'all eat? And
Pork, shrimp, and anything that don't got scales in.
fins and scales, right. And how y'all supposed to dress?
Modesty.
Modesty, that's right. So, what's your name, sister?
Brianna.
Brianna, right? So, y'all Israelites, y'all got to come back to the commandments of God and have a faith in Jesus Christ. Right, you got YouTube? You got YouTube?
Yeah.
So, we post YouTube videos. Our YouTube channel is Angels of Yahweh. Y'all want to learn more, all right? What's your name, sister?
Olivia.
Olivia. All right, so y'all be Israelite. This sister, you'll be from the tribe of Benjamin. and your father's so-called African American, you will be from the tribe of Judah. All right, go to Romans 11:1. This will be the last verse, because I know y'all gotta go.
Sorry, wait. Can I ask what was the YouTube channel name again?
Angels. If you want me to spell it out for you, I can.
Angels
Of Yahweh, YAHWAH. All right, South Carolina. South Carolina. So we got a camp. We got brothers in Chicago too. Right, so that's our camp. But we the South Carolina set, right? So y'all just watch videos and learn more, all right? Romans 11:1. This will be the last verse. I read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite.
What are we?
For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of Benjamin. Like this sister, she'll be from the tribe of Benjamin more than likely. All right, because your father's from the Caribbean. All right, and you will be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Guess who else is from that tribe? One last verse. All right, we got this sister. Paul is from the tribe of Benjamin, one of the most mighty men in the Bible. But guess who else is from the tribe of Judah? And you can probably guess it.
Is it Judah?
Yeah, Judah is the progenitor of the Judites, right? Because Ike just means a descendant of. So we would be descendants of the man of Judah. This sister would be a descendant of the man of Benjamin, right? Because Jacob had 12 sons.
Is Paul the one that, like, when Jesus was getting, like, captured, is he the one that cut that guy's ear off?
That was Peter.
Oh, that was
Peter did that,
Okay.
right? Paul is
Paul.
after Jesus, right? But Paul was a man of the Lord, right? Hebrews 7 and 14, this will be the last verse. Y'all sisters got a YouTube, right? Okay, all praise to the Most High. Read.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Right, so our Lord is who the world called Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai. He's from the tribe of Judah as well, right? So y'all got royalty running through y'all veins. Y'all not just a black woman, right? Y'all actually God's stolen people. All right, we got to search these things out and learn more, all right? What's y'all names again?
Brianna.
Brianna.
Olivia.
All right, y'all have a good day, sisters.
You too. Have a blessed day.
All right, so all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All right? So that's what we come out here to do. Talk to the sheep, all right? The humble. Let's go to Luke 16. Humble sisters. In verse 9.
Y'all are doing a good job.
Do you know what we teaching out here? Really, it's different belief systems of the Bible, right? You got the Mormons, of the Church of the Latter-day Saints. You got the Christians. You got the Catholics. Right? You know what we believe?
She's Catholic. And I'm Christian.
Okay, so we're not none of that. Right?
What are you?
Go to 2 Corinthians 11:22. We don't let the Bible speak. Right? This is who we believe we are, according to biblical prophecy and all that. Right?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I.
Read that part again.
Are they Israelites?
Okay,
So am I.
Right, so no, we're not Jewish. The suffix "ish" means pertaining to, or like some, or to some
I
extent.
know the Bible. I don't know Jesus. Do you know Jesus?
Yes, we know Jesus Christ.
Who is Jesus to you?
He's the Son of God.
Amen. All
Right.
right. Okay, you're on the right
We
track.
believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay.
We believe in everything He said.
That's right.
You?
I absolutely do.
You believe
And I
this?
believe He's coming back.
Go to Revelations 13 and 10.
Yeah,
You don't
I
see.
believe we just finished Revelation.
Okay. We're going to see you believe every word of Jesus Christ. All right. A lot of people say that, but
No,
we
I
changed.
believe.
Okay. All right, read that. Start at verse 9.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
All right, so this is Jesus Christ speaking.
Yeah.
We all got ears out here.
Well,
So
it
it's
was-
really speaking about your mind,
That
right?
was
Read.
John. John.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All right, what did Jesus Christ say?
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
All right, so how do you feel about that?
You know what? I don't know what he's. First of all, it was John that was carried up in the spirit.
All right, he was revealing this to John. Go to Revelations 1 and 1.
So it was
But that's Jesus Christ talking in Revelation 13, 9 and verse 10. Right? It would be considered red letter. Right? Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
You
So
see
it's
that?
the angel speaking to John.
Right.
Revelation.
Yeah, but not
But
in
it was-
Revelation 13 and 9, that's Jesus Christ speaking. All right, so that's what Christ said. This is also Christ. Go to Revelation 2 and 26. Start at verse 25. All right? Because contrary to popular belief, Jesus Christ he isn't just all love. Right?
No, he's not.
Exactly.
There is a consequence for sin.
Exactly, right? Revelation 2 and 25.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Verse 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
All right, so Christ in the last book of the Bible, because Christians teach, it's not about works. But Christ said, he that overcometh
Faith
and
without
keepeth
works is
is
dead.
dead, right? Read.
Right.
He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
All right, so Christ said, you keep his works to the end, you're going to get power over the nations. And read.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Read it again.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
All right, so it's saying he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Right? So why would Christ be saying, if you overcome, you're going to rule somebody with a rod of iron?
I don't know how to explain that part, but I also know read 1 John, the book 1 John, 2 John, 3 John. It'll tell you exactly where Jesus stands and what he requires of us and who he wants us to live.
Well, Christ won't contradict himself, right? The scriptures don't break each other.
No, but
Right.
they are. Revelation is not written in order. It's not chronologically written.
Well, none of the books in the Bible was written in chapters, right?
That's
It was
right. They were
it was
letters.
originally just letters,
That's right.
right? But nevertheless, Revelations was written around 90 to 100 AD, right? So that's after the book of John. So, Christ is saying, he's revealing to John that, the ones that overcome, they're going to rule everybody else, the other nations, the Gentiles, with a rod of
We're going
iron.
to rule and reign with Christ for 1,000 years before the New Jerusalem comes down.
No. That's not biblical.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Can you show me that book, chapter, verse?
Which one?
Book, chapter, verse. Oh, you got to back up. You can't just be touching people's stuff. All right, you see that? Now you got to go.
No,
All
I
right?
know the book
Go to
of
Proverbs
Revelation.
28
I know
and 10.
Revelation.
Listen
I
to
know
this
the
verse
whole
right
book
here.
from Genesis.
Listen to this verse. Proverbs 28 and 10. All right, that's wicked. That is wicked. You now you got to leave because you can't grab our Bible, right? That's crazy.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 28 and verse 9. Verse 10. Whoso causeth
Verse 1.
Verse 1. The wicked flee.
Read that again.
The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
Right, you see that? Because we didn't want to give her our Bible, she got to go now. Right, it says the wicked flee when no man pursueth. Right, read.
But the righteous are bold as a lion.
Right, the righteous are bold as a lion. And what did she say? She said that when Christ come back, the 1,000-year reign, which is just going into completion. Go to Revelation chapter 20. And only the Israelites can overcome. Right? Because Revelation 14 and 12 says, here are the paces and the faith of the saints. And I keep the commandments of God, which was only given to 12 tribes, and the faith of Yahweh. Right?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years.
I mean, the completion, because Christ, his throne is never going to be over. Get that in Revelation. It's like Revelation chapter 14 or verse 7. It should be in peace. 7 angels. Yep. Revelation 11 and verse 15. See, when Christ comes back, he's not gonna take the believers and they're gonna be a 7-year tribulation with the Antichrist. And then he's gonna come back to earth, and then they're gonna reign. The Christians gonna reign with Christ, who they believe is the Most High God, for 1,000 years. No, when Yahushua come back, that's it. He's just gonna be on the earth forever and ever. I read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 15. And the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven, saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord, and of his Hamashiach. And he shall reign forever and ever.
Right, so it said Yahushua is going, the kingdoms of this earth, he's going to reign forever and ever. So it's not a little 1,000 years. It just means completion, right? You know? Right, so she don't know what's going on. Go to Matthew 25 and 31. Right? And that's wicked. You just, hey, give me that Bible. You know, she ain't say that, but she tried to just take it out of the midst of us down talking. You ain't even asked, right? What the hell be wrong with people, man?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Mikaya means
You believe in the Bible?
yes.
Can we show you a verse?
Yes.
Isaiah 14 to 21. All right. Oh, actually go to Job 27 and 13. All right. Let's see if you believe in the Bible. Job 27 and 13.
This is the book of Job, chapter 27 and verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppressors.
And the heritage of what?
And the heritage of oppressors.
Would you be heritage of an oppressor?
No,
Why not?
because I lost my heritage and I don't
What about your father's
know my
side?
heritage
Is
is.
your father a so-called white man?
I would not say that, no.
What is he?
Well, my dad is Native American.
You think I believe that? What tribe?
My dad was Native American. My mom was a redhead. So my
What
dad
tribe?
was my Cherokee.
They always pull that lie, right? So we know that your dad's not Native American, Esau, right? You don't believe that.
Okay. So
Y'all say that same thing every
You
time.
guys don't want. You believe in the New Testament?
Of course.
So all people equal in the sight.
No, where's that? Go to 1 Peter 2 and 9. Listen to this. Hey, the wicked flee. 1 Peter 2 and 9. Hey, he getting out of there. He walking fast as hell. He don't want to hear the truth.
This is the book of 1 Peter,
You guys,
1 Peter 2 and 9.
verse,
I told you.
chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation.
You are what?
A royal
But ye are a
priesthood, a
chosen
holy
generation.
nation, Israel.
Exactly, but I thought you said it changed in the New Testament.
I told you my dad was part Cherokee. He was
Part Cherokee, but what about his father?
I don't know. Well, his father would have been Cherokee. So you didn't believe
Well,
me.
you said he's
You
part
didn't- You
Cherokee.
didn't believe me.
Well, we're going to see your
He-
spirit bear witness.
He's Cherokee. He's somewhat Cherokee.
Okay, we're going
Not
to see your
100%.
spirit.
Like
We're
I
going to
said,
see your spirit bear witness. How do
You
you
didn't
feel
believe-
about the atrocities that happened
horrible. They're horrible. And they
Okay.
happened to the Jews that left Israel that were imprisoned in
to the... You
Egypt
believe
as
those the
well.
real Jews?
We shouldn't. That left Israel under Moshe, yes.
Moses. Who's that? Moses?
Moses.
Okay.
That was his Egyptian name. They said to draw out of the water.
Right.
I'll tell you something. You guys got a false doctrine because everybody
You sure?
is equal in Messiah.
Where is that? We
The
just showed you
gospel-
something different.
You know what I
Peter,
said?
the rock of the church, said, read that again while I pull out this.
He said that you are a chosen priesthood, a royal nation. That
Okay, who
refers
is
to
that?
those who believe in Messiah.
No, read on it. Read on. We're going to prove to you that it doesn't. Read.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people.
A peculiar people. What verse in the Torah does that go back to?
Yeshua died.
No, what verse in the Torah does that go back to?
All of the verses in the Torah. The peculiar people were the chosen people.
I mean, who was that?
Those who believe in Messiah.
No, who was that?
I
Who's the
believe in
chosen people in the
Messiah.
Torah?
Those who believe in Messiah Yeshua.
Christ wasn't even in the Torah
So
yet.
you don't
He wasn't born yet.
So you don't believe in Messiah.
We do believe in the Messiah, but he didn't come to the New
The
Testament.
chosen are the Christ went out through the line of Judah. This is what you
Right,
should
through the
do.
seed
This
of
is-
David,
if
we
you're-
know that.
If you're
We know
Judah,
that.
this is what you should be doing. Preaching
No,
the
no,
gospel
no.
to the whole world.
Who's the
and
world?
trying to
No, you're
everybody-
going from topic to topic. Can we address one thing
the
at a
world
time?
is anyone
Go to
who can
Deuteronomy
receive
14 and 2.
Messiah.
Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 2.
You know, I love
For
you.
thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
In
What are the
Messiah.
Israelites? Hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto
Those
himself.
who
Right, so
believe-
who is the book of Deuteronomy written
Those
to?
who believe
Who is the book of Deuteronomy written to, sir?
Israel.
Okay, so who is the particular people?
Ephesians chapter 2.
Who's the particular people, sir?
Israel.
Why are you jumping?
Israel.
Okay, so who is Peter talking about? 1 Peter 2 and
Anyone
9.
who believes
No,
in Messiah.
no.
Read
Because where did he get his
chapter
knowledge
2.
from? He got his knowledge from the Old Testament.
Ephesians chapter 2. That's New Testament.
Okay, what you want us to go to in Ephesians 2?
Ephesians chapter 2. You're no longer a Gentile, but you've been brought into
Go to Ephesians 1 and verse 1.
Commonwealth of Israel.
Okay, let's see who's being
The
talked to.
blood of
Hold on,
Messiah.
man. Let's see who's being talked to in Ephesians, right? Because Paul is writing these epistles to certain churches in certain places, right? Ephesians 1 and 1.
He says, you know,
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 1 and verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Jesus Christ, by the will of God, to the saints which are at Ephesus.
So what?
To the saints which are at Ephesus.
Read it again.
To the saints which are at Ephesus.
Who are the saints, sir?
the saints are the chosen one who believe in Messiah.
No. Go to Psalms 148.
Go to.
What verse is
Go
that?
to-
The saints are the chosen ones that believe in the
I'm going to tell
Messiah.
you. I've told you 3 times. I'll tell you again. Are you ready for the
We
truth?
got the context of who
Do
the
you
book
wanna know
of
the
Ephesians
truth?
was written to.
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12 and verse 19.
We
Read
just went to Ephesians 1 and 1 to see
So
who
go
the
to the
book
so
of
read, you
Ephesians
gotta
was
read
written
further.
to.
That was not the
Okay,
whole story.
okay, but the
Ephesians
letter
chapter
of
2,
Ephesians,
you're
the
no
epistle,
longer a Gentile. You
the
are
epistle
brought
is written to the
in-
saints. Who are you listening?
Are you listening? Did
Go
you
to
read the
Ephesians 1
rest
and 1
of the
again.
story?
Right?
No, I
And
said
you're
it.
not listening,
I
man.
told you who the saints are, Israel. And
Exactly. So
anyone
who's the
believes in
people of
Messiah.
Ephesians?
Anyone who believes in
Where
Messiah.
is that in the Bible?
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 12 and verse 19.
Oh, he not getting right. So the epistle that Paul wrote to the church of Rome, that was to the saints in Rome. Read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14.
Right, you're going into slavery, Esau. You're not a Native American. Right, read that.
He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
Right, so that's who the saints are. Right, so you read in the book of Ephesians, right, it's an epistle that Paul wrote to saints that was in Ephesians. Right? This damn devil go to Ephesians 2. We're going to go to Ephesians 1 and 1 so you can get the context of who Paul's talking to. Right?